Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare
Hare Krishna. So we welcome all the devotees and guests at this ecstatic musical kirtan concert by His Holiness B.B. Govinda Swami Maharaj and Silk Road brand, presented by Avtari Desh Yatra. All of you are special guests invited by Lord Sri Krishna. So we would like to welcome you all. Today, we are very honored and very fortunate to have His Holiness B.B. Govinda Swami Maharaj with us. Most of you know Maharaj because he is one of the most famous personality in ISKCON, a very famous singer, and his kirtan CDs are sold all over the world. But those who have come for the very first time, for the pleasure of their Lordship, Shri Radha Krishna, Shri Gaurnitai, Srila Prabhupada, and for my own purification, I would like to just speak very briefly about the introduction of Maharaj. Although the list is very, very long, I would just try to speak as brief as possible. His Holiness Bhakti Bring Govinda Swami Maharaj is disciple of His Divine Grace, Srila Abhay Charanaravindra Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Maharaj is a sannyasi and also an initiating guru in ISKCON. Maharaj joined ISKCON in mid-1971 at the ISKCON temple in Buffalo, New York, and received initial training in cooking. Maharaj was initiated in the same year in 1971, October. That means he is there in the ISKCON almost for 4 decades, almost more than 40 years. In initial days, Maharaj served as Sankirtan devotee, Pujari and cook. In 1972, he moved to ISKCON temple in Toronto, Canada, where he also helped establish and serve Govinda's vegetarian restaurant. Maharaj visited India for the very first time in 1976, and in June of 1977 he moved permanently to India. For about 2 years, he served in Vrindavan as cook and pujari at the Samadhi of Srila Prabhupada. Later, Maharaj served in various ISKCON temples all around the world like Greece and Israel, Villa Vrindavan in Italy, Manchester, England, New Mayapur, France, Belgium, South Africa, Mauritius, and various other places. In 1983-84, Maharaj served as temple president of Krishna Balram Mandir, Vrindavan. He also served as the coordinator for DT and cooking standard in ISKCON. In 1989, Maharaj established the famous Food for Life in Vrindavan. Maharaj began focusing in CIS and Central Asian countries. In 1997, Maharaj moved to Kazakhstan, and in 1999, Maharaj established a spiritual community near Almaty, Kazakhstan, and spent many years developing it into a beautiful project with temple complex, living facilities, biofarm, and herd of cows. This project, also known as Sri Vrindavan Dham, is famous for hosting many festivals of the holy name that attracts guests from all over Central Asia, Russia, Ukrainian, and other countries. Although Maharaj never stopped his worldwide preaching tours, he has greatly increased his traveling activities after 2005. He is well known for his musical presentations of mantra meditation, which he does in many attractive ways. Traditional Bengali Kirtan style is combined with the original jazz tunes and the sound of saxophone, flute, guitar, and violin. Chanting the holy name of the God is his life and soul. Indeed, many devotees around the world who has heard him, they vouch for it. And he is taking care of devotees, spiritual practitioners, and giving the taste of the holy name to all the people around the world. So what can be said more actually? that we are very, very fortunate to have him here in Avtari Desh. So let us welcome His Holiness Bibi Govinda Swami Maharaj in Avtari Desh by very, very loud and lovingly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. His Holiness Bibi Govinda Swami Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Yajna ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Tell him to move, please.
We would request Maharaj to please inaugurate our program, Maharaj.
കിട്ടുന്നില്ല.
Hare Krishna. We're very happy to once again come to Avatari Desh, and I would like to thank Rasamrit Prabhu for his introduction. He knows more about me than I know about myself. I was listening to him and I was completely bewildered. I was thinking that either he's directly connected to the Super Soul or to the CID. I couldn't figure out which one. We're very happy to be here. I had the fortune to come here for the first time in 1999. I visited a few times since then, and I'm happy to be here. This evening, I'm accompanied by Vimal Krishna Prabhu and Surya Nandini. They're both from Kazakhstan. Rasamrit Prabhu was saying that we've gone around the world and we've made presentations, this and that, but it's only because of the presence of these two devotees with their beautiful devotion and their beautiful musical qualities that we've been able to do anything. And this evening, for the first time, we're joined by Kinshana Krishna Prabhu. He hails from America, from New York City. At present, he is residing in Vrindavan, and he is a part of the 24-hour Kirtan program in Vrindavan that was established by Indra Prabhu back in 1986 or 1987. So we're happy to be here. I wasn't sure what the venue was going to be like tonight. I wasn't sure if it was going to be I knew that there was going to be kirtan. I wasn't sure if there was supposed to be a lecture as well this evening. I saw the poster, it said it's supposed to be like a musical kirtan, such and such program. But one thing that we can be convinced of is that we're here because all of us have had the very good fortune in this lifetime of coming in contact with Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And through Srila Prabhupada, we've had the great fortune of coming in contact with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Panchatattva. On the way to Abu Dhabi today, I was reading the Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is the authorized biography of the life of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and it was written by a self-realized soul named Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And in the Adi Leela, the beginning section of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Kaviraj Goswami, he explains the truth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Panchatattva, and the relevance of acknowledging and worshipping the Panchatattva. There he explains that the Supreme Personality of Godhead has manifested himself in the age of Kali in 5 features. He has appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit, and Srivas Thakur. And these are the most merciful personalities that we could ever hope in millions and millions and millions of lifetimes in our sojourn of birth and death within this material world to come in contact with. Because through contact with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Panchatattva, we will very rapidly be awarded the priceless treasure of love for Shri Shri Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. Now, when I was reading Chaitanya Charitamrita today, Kaviraj Goswami, he was explaining that in the history of India, there have been many profound personalities who have been practitioners of the culture of the Vedas. They followed so many rituals. They gave in charity. They engaged in Brahminical practices, but they did not recognize Sri Krishna as being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore those personalities are simply known as asuras. And we know those types of personalities by names such as Jarasan, or we know those types of personalities as known by Ravana, or different great demons who they practice so many principles of Brahminical culture, but they didn't worship Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead. And Kaviraj Goswami is explaining that in Kali Yuga, or this age of quarrel and hypocrisy in which we're living, there's only one way to understand Sri Krishna, and that is through the mercy and the grace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya, he is known as Mahavadanya Avatar, meaning he is the most merciful and munificent and magnanimous of all personalities. And when we contemplate the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can see that truly he is very, very kind. Kaviraj Goswami has stated in Chaitanya Charitamrita that so many personalities in the past, they have wanted to try to understand God through logic and reason. But Kaviraj Goswami, he states very clearly, if you simply apply your logic to trying to understand how deep is the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you try to understand how deep is his mercy, surely you will become astounded. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he saved personalities like Jadai and Madai, very sinful personalities. And now 500 years later, although all of us, we have such a high conception of how our society has developed, we have such a big idea of what we are, still we see how many more Jagais and Madais there are in human society today. And yet, by the grace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the deliverance of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra throughout the world, so many Jagais and Madais are becoming uplifted and becoming very beautiful, pure devotees of Sri Krishna. It's stated in one song describing the grace and mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Tapi Papi Jatachila Harinam Udarila Tarashakshi Jagai or Madai. Now what does this mean, Tapi and Papi? Well, Tapi is taken from the word tapasya, and tapasya means fire. And in the material world, everybody is burning in the fire of material existence. Like we were just at the home of Bahurupa Prabhu, and we had very wonderful prasadam before we came for the program. He had the air conditioner running so high, I thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown. I said, Prabhu, please turn down the AC. So here we're living very nicely, but even you require AC not to be burning in the fire of this desert of Abu Dhabi, thinking that everything is so wonderful. And even if you do have AC, say you have AC in your apartment, AC in your car, AC in your work, AC everywhere, still none of us will be able to escape the fire that will burn us all at the moment of death. So tapi and then papi. And papi we all know. Pap is meaning sin. And it is the nature of the living being in Kali Yuga that he is adopting all varieties of sinful activities. Chaitanya Charitamrita, it explains, well, our Sri Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, when they first met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they came before him and they said, "Dear Sir, dear Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there is one thing that you should understand. There is no one as sinful and no one as fallen as ourselves." And they were born in very high Saraswat Brahmin families. But they said, no one as sinful as us, no one as bad as us. They said, and we're speaking about sinful activities and sinful desires. We're such bad people, we don't even have the desire to give them up. What will we do with our lives? So Papi, all the people who are burning in the fire of material existence and burning in the fire of sin and sinful reactions, they were delivered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because Lord Chaitanya there is a car which is parked wrongly and the number is 44380. There is a person outside who is very upset. 44380. Please go outside and move your car. So Papi and Tapi, everybody burning Papi Tapi Jatachilo Harinam Udarilo. That by the holy name of the Lord as given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everyone was uplifted. So it is very important that we aspiring devotees of Sri Krishna, we aspiring devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we will understand that the prime process that Lord Chaitanya has given to each and every person in Kali Yuga for his upliftment is to sincerely chant the holy names of the Lord. If one will sincerely chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said so beautifully and so clearly in his Sikshastakam that all of the misgivings that are present within your heart as to who and what you are, they will be washed away. Just like I was speaking to so many people, getting introduction tonight, and I was saying, yes, you know, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Mumbai. Where are you from? I'm from Abu Dhabi. Where are you from? I'm from Kerala. Where are you from? I'm from this. No one said, I'm from the spiritual world. Not one person said, I'm from the spiritual world. Everybody go, because why? Misconceptions are so deeply ingrained within our consciousness. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, take Harinam. Take Harinam Sankirtan. Every misconception will be washed away. Conception that I am man, conception that I am woman, conception that I am Indian, conception that I'm American, that I'm white, that I'm brown, whatever the case may be, that will become washed by Harinam. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said that if you will chant the holy name with purity and concentration and devotion, the effect will be that this burning fire of material existence that we're all subjected to, it will become absolutely minimized. And he has said the greatest blessing is that each of us, our hearts are just like lotus flowers. And he has said that when the cool rays of love-filled Harinam will touch upon our hearts, the lotus of our hearts will open. And when our hearts open, then we look within and we will actually see who we really are. Nothing of this material world. Having nothing to do with material existence. Being part and parcel of Sri Krishna, same transcendental nature as Sri Krishna, and understanding our true identity as being a loving servant of the Lord. So for all of us who are here, all spiritual aspirants in this age of Kali, the first and foremost and only and greatest practice that we need to embrace is the chanting of the holy names. If you'll do that, you will be saved. The Srimad Bhagavatam, it explains, what is the verse? I'm having one of those senior moments, as they call it. It says, Krishna Varnam Tvisa Krishnam, Sangopangastra Parshadam, Jagnai Sankirtan Prayer, Jajantihi Sumedashaha. That in Kali Yuga, the Lord who appears is the same quality Lord who appeared in Dwapara Yuga. And that Lord who appears in Kali Yuga, he is characterized in that he is always singing his own sweet holy names. The Lord who appears in Kali Yuga is just like the Lord who appears in the previous ages. He's always surrounded by his associates. And therefore, the conclusion says, Jagnai Sankirtan Prayer Jajantihi Sumedashaha. Now, Medasha is meaning intelligence, correct? Is that in all languages from India, or is that Bengali, or just Sanskrit? Medasha. Intelligence, you see. And Prabhupada would translate it this way. If there's any man in Kali Yuga who still has a brain, he will take advantage of the little brain that he has in his head by worshiping the Lord through chanting this mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we have 15 minutes to chant, and then we need to, because this is an open atmosphere, we will need to observe a respectful silence for half an hour because it is the time of prayer. At that time we will be showing a video which is called Glimpses of Braja. It is clips from a documentary that I'm preparing about Vrindavan. And after that, we'll have more Harinam Sankirtan. Thank you all very much for coming tonight. Hare Krishna. Everybody please repeat, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Needs to be a little louder, please. I can hardly hear you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
You can open this. This is the CD.
Hare Hare.
This is Yes, I'll show it.
Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namaneya. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvasesha Sunyavari Bhastichare Zitarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Everybody please chant. I can't hear anyone. Everybody please. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Very loudly. is just warming up. But now we have been informed that because it is the time for prayer, we should not use the sound system for about 15 minutes or something like that. And during this period, we're going to show glimpses of Braja. These are clips from a documentary that we're preparing on Sri Vrindavan Dham. this DVD will be available tonight for anyone who wishes to purchase. If there are any lovers, is there anyone here in the crowd tonight that loves Vrindavan? Oh, a few lovers of Vrindavan, very good. So if you love Vrindavan, take this CD to DVD tonight. The documentary will be ready for distribution by this coming Kartik, but at least now you can see some of the beautiful scenes from the different seasons of Vrindavan. And then after the prayer period, you'll continue chanting Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Very good. Hare Krishna. So one small announcement what Maharaj made regarding this CD, DVD, Glimpse of Raja. This is actually costing 50 dirham, but Jugal Kishore Prabhu is very kind. He has given a very good discount for Avtari Desh Yatra devotees. So this is available only in 30 dirham. So 20 dirham discount he has given. And I think there are few devotees who have already taken this CD. So whoever has taken, they can go to the counter and take their 20 dirham back, or they can take this CD, which is Temple of the Heart, which is actually 30 dirham but discounted at 20 dirham. So you can get this CD as free, who have already taken. And there is also a bookstall which we have put up behind, which has many books of Srila Prabhupada. Srimad Bhagavatam, we have Bhagavad Gita, small books, DT's paraphernalia, we have beads and other paraphernalia of the Lord. So we request devotees, you can collect that as well. Hare Krishna.
And we were completely, say our minds were not fixed, our minds were not controlled while we were trying to speak to Sheikh Khalifa. He would see that. He would say, oh, you know, Raza Mrita, he is here in my office, but he's not being very attentive. Or he would say, Bahurupa. Bahurupa Prabhu, oh, he's been here in Abu Dhabi for 1,000 years. But I have him in my office, and his mind is back in Kerala. You see? So that is not a good thing. So we're chanting Hare Krishna, and Krishna is exactly the same as his name. We're saying Hare Krishna, Krishna is here. Therefore, we should keep the mind focused on that sound vibration, Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has stated that he could not fathom how much nectar is contained within the two syllables, Krishna. He has said that when he hears the name Krishna, that name enters through his ear. And there is so much amrita in the two syllables Krishna that when just that sound vibration touches his ears, he fervently wishes that he had 1 million ears to hear the sweetness of that name. And then the name of Krishna goes in the ear and it goes into his heart. And when it goes inside of his heart, he says, my heart becomes absolutely peaceful and pacified. My mind that is always running here, and my mind which is always running there, looking for some type of pleasure within this world, my mind becomes pacified. He says, and then I chant. And when I chant the names, the syllable Krishna, that crosses my tongue. And when the sweetness of Krishna crosses my tongue, he says, immediately I become desirous of having millions and millions of tongues, so I can just taste the sweetness of Krishna. So let's chant tonight together, and let's be very focused when we chant together. Even children are making some noise over on this side. Just press that button in your consciousness, don't listen to the children. You see, don't worry about your work. Don't worry about things back home in India. Don't worry about all these different things. Just keep the mind focused on the holy names. Is that all right? Yes. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna